Welcome everyone. We are here currently with Donna Martin, a pathbreaker, and in this series of interviews with the pathbreakers, we will discover a little more of them that you already, apart from what you already know of them. Beginning with Donna's introduction, Donna is Senior Vice President, Global Head of Business Development at HGS Healthcare. As SVP over Business Development, Donna oversees all new healthcare business development and new client relationships among the payers, providers, DME, pharmaceutical, and medical device manufacturing business segments. With 24 years in healthcare, 18 of which were in business process management, Donna has provided strategic guidance in successfully helping hundreds of clients deliver exceptional customer and patient support services with innovative improvements. As a proven sales leader, Donna has a history of developing highly motivated and top-producing sales teams with a consultative selling approach. She has the unique ability to understand client challenges and solve for them with creative, purposeful solutions, enabling optimal performance. Her focus is on client advocacy and developing strategic value in each individual client engagement to ensure long-lasting partnerships and flawless execution of transitions. Donna earned a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Marketing from the University of North Carolina with French and Spanish minors, and is also licensed for life and health insurance sales in the state of Colorado. All right, after that absolutely amazing introduction, Donna, we'd love to know, what do you love most about the work that you do?
I think it's the people, we have such a fortunate situation of getting to work with people all over the world in this business. And it's always drawn me to the BPO industry. I started career in healthcare and then migrated to business process management back in the early 2000s. And so that really opened up the opportunity to start working with folks, not only from this country, but all over the world. And so I've always loved that. I've loved working with the prospective clients and new clients as they come on board, understanding, what are the problems they're trying to solve and how can we really make a difference for them, opening up their opportunities to conduct business in other countries and from other countries to really help them here with all kinds of situations that they've had, challenges, whether that's, cost reductions, as well as just finding the talent that can do the volume of work that is required in this business. So it's just been really, really rewarding over these, nearly 25 years. It's amazing that it's been that long, but I just feel like there's such value all over the world and so many pockets in this business where it's just a better place to do business like this from, and I just feel like it's opened up the opportunities, not only for us to create jobs in places where jobs are required and growth is huge in these countries, and giving folks an opportunity to really build a career working with all of us from all over the world, as well as from a client perspective, really helping them to do a better job with a global infrastructure in place. So I love that about this business.
How lovely. How lovely to hear your perspective on it, and how it's constantly motivating your efforts to stay at it.
Yeah, it's just been so much fun. And, I lead sales. So working with salespeople and really developing salespeople over the years has been really rewarding as well, both men and women. getting into the business, starting their careers, some very seasoned in the business, but having that opportunity to really find ways within this business to have the career growth in a lot of different directions. So there's so many places you can move to as you start within, business process management on a global scale. It's really been rewarding to see how, really early stage folks that are right out of college have grown into being, vice presidents and senior vice presidents and CEOs over the years. So that's been a really great aspect as well of just, leading sales for so many years now. So I just love it.
Lovely, lovely. Thanks for that. Thanks for sharing that, Donna.
Sure.
My second question to you is, it's the elephant in the room. The pandemic has overturned lives like never before. But amazingly, it's also surfaced what matters most and showed us how everything that we deemed important really wasn't. All that we thought was the done thing probably isn't. So it was many different things to different people. What was the pandemic to you, Donna? What did it surface for you in terms of your personal and professional life? And what are you taking away from it forever?
So it's a great question. And, I think what struck me initially was just the virus in general, kind of in awe, never being through a pandemic before, which I don't think many of us have, if any of us have. I was just amazed how quickly the virus spread from one location throughout the world and affected us all in a matter of just a couple, 3 months. It was really amazing, the power of this illness. And so, just kind of appreciating what had just happened and then pivoting quickly to really change everything about, how we've lived, what we're going to do for the next year, that uncertainty, how to really, be flexible and move through this process of, the last year and a half, really, whether we were all coming home to work at home now, having children at home, having to order all types of things from online into the home. So you didn't have to go out and go into the stores and things like that.
Yeah.
Really pivoting to find happiness and find satisfaction, just being at home and being together and not having your original routine available anymore, was probably the biggest learning curve all of us went through, including me. I feel fortunate to have a place that's, very much set up for work and easy for me, because I had years of working from home when I wasn't traveling, but I traveled a lot. We all travel a lot in this business, and conducting business was so different, with doing everything by video now and by phone. But I think it's just, in what did I take away from it? It really comes down to being content with, where you are and what you have, and how to be really creative in having a lot of fun and, learning new talents and trying new recipes and, finding happiness in the home as well as, around us and out in nature. I've always loved being outside, and we were still able to be outside. You just had to socially distance each other, obviously as families you could be together, but, being flexible to have fun when we were stuck staying at home, as well as, really getting out and getting into the sunshine and trying to stay healthy outside as well. So, it it brought a lot of awareness, I think, to me and my family as well, with those in need all around us. And I think that's one of the biggest takeaways is, don't get too caught up in your own world, really always be open to all around us, and whether there's elderly people living by you, or folks that have disabilities, or someone who just lost their job, or other instances, how do we pull together more appropriately, I guess, and more consistently as neighbors and as friends, and really help each other out. So there were a lot of people in my neighborhood that really needed help, and being
Okay.
home and not being on the road, it was an opportunity to really get to know them a lot better
Yeah.
and understand their circumstances. And whether it was just us helping, or we were able to bring other friends together to help in situations that they had. I think that awareness was a big step that we hadn't noticed previously. So
Yeah.
yeah, there was so many changes.
All right. Absolutely. I think if we were disconnected in some way, we were all connected also in a way that we hadn't before the pandemic happened.
So
So
true.
yeah, yeah,
And video, I just feel like we came so far so quickly, with us in work. Obviously we had to send our entire workforce home, over
yeah,
50,000 people, which is tremendous. But when you look at now, just how do you interact with each other, and how do you feel like you're part of the team still, even though you never have a chance to get together, or we hadn't had, it's starting to open up now. Using video has
yeah,
been so great. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
had some
absolutely.
of our best times together, in
Yeah,
this recent year and a half, just being on video calls, working through instances, kind of on a split second. It's like, come on
yeah,
video, let's talk
yeah,
on video,
yeah,
when you can hear somebody's maybe a little down, or having a difficult time at home, or my team working through opportunities with clients. It was just so nice to start using video, and
yeah,
really interacting a little more personally,
yeah,
with being on the screen. So
yeah,
what, I was laughing with my husband, when we first started going through this. I said, I never realized how much we rely on expressions, on people's
yeah,
faces. And you know,
yeah,
we
absolutely.
started wearing masks. It was so, like, flat. If you
Yeah,
think about walking around, all you could see was, from your eyes upward. It was really a different feeling to be
yeah,
out and about with other people, and a little harder to communicate, having that veil, of
yeah,
your entire expression. So a lot of interesting new nuances about, what did I learn, and the power of expression, I think, is really, really important for all of us to get to share with each other. I think you can
yes,
really brighten someone's day just with a smile. So
I
anyway,
know,
good things
absolutely.
to think about.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah.
thank God for the kind of access we had to technology, that it somehow kept us connected through a time where, we were disconnected the way we were. So yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Really amazing.
All right. And that brings me to my last question to you, Donna, which is, what does Donna do when she's not working?
Well, I think all of us spend a lot of time with family, and, helping and moving folks around, getting together, having fun. So, I'm a I'm a very sociable person. I love having get-togethers at my house, or in the parks or wherever. So when I'm not working, I'm usually planning social activities, um, and getting together with either family or friends. And
Great.
I love hosting parties and get-togethers. So a lot of that. I'm very outdoorsy. I love, love, love nature. So weather, and I love animals. So any of you that know me, any animal is my friend. So getting out in nature, doing hikes, biking, camping,
Sure.
skiing, all of these types of sports are always fun, and taking the dogs and taking kitties out and about, and spending time with animals and horses. I've always ridden horses, and
Oh, wow.
I really, really enjoy getting out and doing that. And then an important thing to Mark and I is really volunteering, and we are a part of Volunteers of America, and have been for years and years. And there's another group we work with called Max Fund as well. But with VOA, we have delivered Meals on Wheels to elderly individuals for years, probably 7 or 8 years now.
Oh, wow.
And having that time, so you can do it in the evening after work, because everybody gets meals at night, right, for dinner and things. So
Right.
you can do it like that, or you can do it on the weekend. And we've done it on Saturdays for many, many years. And it's just a really rewarding give back moment in my life and my family's life, in spending time with these individuals, because many of them live alone and they don't
Right.
really have access to get out. They have, disabilities and so forth, but to just go into their
Sure.
homes and sit with them for an hour and help them with things around the house, as well as just preparing the meal for them or heating something up for them, and being there to talk to them while they enjoy a meal is really something I love to do and have done for many years. And I think it's really important in all of our lives to find time,
Yeah.
outside of work, to
Yeah.
volunteer, whether it is in nature, planting trees or helping with repairing trails, or, individuals or even animals. Max Fund is an animal shelter that we walk dogs and, play with kitties and things like that a couple times a month as well.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that's some of the most fun parts of outside of work. What do I do, and how do we all find
Sure.
enjoyment? So anyway, yeah, I love my off time, and travel, of course, has always been a big passion. So I I get the advantage of being able to travel both with work as well as in my personal life. So it's
All
really
right.
fortunate to be in that situation. So yeah,
All right.
I
How lovely.
you.
Absolutely. And I think just the ability to be able to be there for another, you know, mm,
Yeah,
whether it's a human or an animal or any species that's really looking out for, uh, that's really in need of care. And if you're able to be there, the feeling that comes away with it is irreplaceable. So it's lovely
really
to
is.
know that you spend your time outside of work attached to so many of these initiatives, which is great.
Yeah, I
So
think
yeah,
it's really it brings a lot of peace to your life,
yes,
it's amazing how much need is out there if you
yeah,
just kind of open yourself up to it,
yeah,
and providing a little, happiness to someone in need is really, really rewarding to us as well, I think.
absolutely, absolutely.
It's a great
I think
balance to a busy, stressful work life that we all
Yes,
have.
yes,
We
absolutely.
love
And
our work, but it takes years off our lives, I think, in some cases.
yes, absolutely. I
Yeah.
agree with you completely. The I think the feeling of being rewarded is far more than what we're able to give. So in actuality, we come away with a lot more than I think what we give. So yeah, I'm with you on that, Donna. I agree.
Thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
and that brings us to the end of this little interview we have, Donna. But thank you for taking the time. We do know you have a chock-a-block schedule, and you're here today for this. I had a lot of fun getting to know you outside of what I know you inside the Pathbreakers. So thanks much, Donna. I do hope you enjoyed yourself as well.
Same. Yeah, this has been great. And it's always great getting together with the girls and talking. There's so much opportunity out there. So it's fun to collaborate with global
Yeah,
friends and, help each other more. So
yeah.
more of that.
The power of the collective. Nothing as amazing as a community that you can fall back on. So, yes.
So true.
All right.
Well, thanks
I'm
so much, Kajal. It was
not,
great talking again.
not at all. Thanks much, Donna.